look at today's starting aces presented by Pella Windows and Doors. The Pirates will start Braxton Ashcraft. Pitched into the 7th or beyond in 4 of his last 5 starts. This month, in 3 starts, he struck out 17 batters and walked only 2 in 21 1/3 innings over 3 starts. 28-year-old right-hander Dustin May will start for the Cardinals. May came up for the Dodgers, started against the Pirates for the Cardinals on April 27th, allowing 2 runs in 6 innings. Left the game trailing 2-0, a game the Cardinals won when they scored 4 times in the 9th inning. So May was in line to get the loss, instead got a no decision in that game. Guys, 2 talented, hard-throwing, young right-handed pitchers.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be a fun one today. A lot of velocity, right? We know that, as always. Dustin May still throwing hard, even though the results haven't been what we saw in his past. You know, interestingly enough, not getting many strikeouts, Dustin May. Who is getting a lot of strikeouts is this guy right here, Braxton Ashcraft, who last time he started against the Cardinals was in that series, obviously, earlier this season. And it was his worst outing of his entire Major League career. Obviously, it hasn't been a very long career yet, but he gave up 6 earned runs in 4 1/3 inning. He did have 7 strikeouts, but he walked 3, gave up 2 home runs. What do you expect to see different this time?
I think he gave the Phillies a little too much credit, right? They were absolutely on fire, playing their best baseball. Top of the order was absolutely crushing, and he had to try to navigate that without his best pitch, the curveball. I think today we're going to see a good combo of the 4-seamer and the curveball, and then the sinker and the slider. I really do. I mean, I think he's going to have it all together. I said it last night. I think 10 punchies is an easy number for me to say today. Based off last night, they didn't strike out. There's swing and miss on this team, and he's got swing and miss stuff.
Yeah, he gave him a lot of hard contact that first start, did Braxton Ashcraft against the Cardinals. 5 of these balls over 100 miles an hour. But I think the craziest part about this is there was some bad luck involved, because all 5 balls hit over 100 miles an hour were hits. 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and a single. Usually you get one of those to go your way. That did not happen. Yeah. All right, Dustin May on the other side. He's got a lot of mixing and matching, throws a bunch of different pitches, Michael. We're going to see some weird stuff today, obviously. A lot of movement, a big old red beard coming at you. Trying to make hitters uncomfortable. That's kind of what he has been able to do to make him successful. Not a great year for him so far, 4.8 ERA, but still, really good start against the Pirates the last time.
We scored in those first 2 innings, and I think that's going to be the key today. Can we get him out early? And what I mean, if we let him settle in, that anxiety goes down. It seems like he starts to pitch better. He gets more feel. There's a lot of length in what he does. He throws hard. It's got a lot of movement. Sometimes he has a really tough time, Steven, getting in the zone. So I think if we put pressure on him early, but we do not stop, right? I think we're going to be just fine. We have to put the pressure on him because he understands. His worst outings happen in those first couple innings, and then he just can't make up for it. If he settles in, he gets better as the game goes.
Yeah, look, he throws a lot of pitches. He throws them all pretty evenly, but this is important to look at here, okay? Look at the batting averages. There's nothing there that is a dominant pitch, okay? And so that's kind of where it gets confusing as a hitter. Michael, what are you going and looking for against Dustin May when you go up to the plate? Are you looking for more of an area, more than a specific pitch? What was your mentality there?
I'm going to look right here because here we both have seen this guy be dominant with the sweeper, be dominant with the sinker. I'm going to watch for those, but where do they all have to end up?
They all have to end up in the middle.
Right, and that's the biggest thing because sometimes he's going to rely on that 4-seamer to get in the zone, and once again, because he's better at the bottom, he's going to miss in the middle. Rob, we are going to see a lot of velocity today from both sides, a lot of movement as well. We'll see Ashcraft play at the top. I think we'll see Dustin May play around the bottom of the zone. It's going to be a fun one out there. Hopefully the Pirates can get ahead early and Ashcraft can cruise with a lead like we saw yesterday. I dropped the ball.
E1. I got another question for you, so don't drop the ball on this one, guys. But I think for Ashcraft, again, the opportunity to win a series, look, he has been tremendous for the Pirates, and the buzz on him started, Michael, in spring training when you were down there and talking to guys from other teams. But this is another chance to put another feather in his cap.
The machine he is, Rob.
Nice.
Okay, Yoda, guys. All right, come on over here, and we'll get your keys to the game here coming up. But first, here's a look at the Cardinals lineup that Braxton Ashcraft will face. Weatherholt, Herrera had the big home run in extra innings on Tuesday night that put the Cardinals up, actually with the walk-off win. So that was the winner for him. And then Burleson, Walker, and Gorman have been troubled. Wynn has been tremendous at shortstop defensively, and the rest of the Cardinals lineup that you see here. Up next, what are the keys to the Pirates beating the Cardinals this afternoon at Busch Stadium? Michael and Stephen will let you know when Pirates Game Day Live, presented by Allegheny Health Network, resumes. Pirates Game Day Live is presented by North Shore Tavern, Pittsburgh's home for steak on a stone. Here's today's Pirates starting lineup, presented by Highmark. O'Neal Cruz back in the lineup in the leadoff spot, followed by Brandon Lau, Brian Reynolds. Spencer Horwitz will be batting cleanup. Connor Griffin continuing to move up, whether it's a lefty or a righty. We are seeing him more and more in the middle and top of the lineup. Marcelo Zuna got the day off yesterday. He's back in the lineup as designated hitter. Jake Mangum was batting ninth yesterday. He is playing right field and batting seventh. Jared Shiola, good to see him out there because he looked like he jammed his finger, maybe diving into the bag 2 nights ago. And we didn't see him in the lineup yesterday against a lefty, or against McGreevy, the right-hander. We thought we might see him because he was coming off a 3-hit game. Perhaps that was not, he wasn't in there, not due to his hand, but because it was a right-hander going. In McGreevy and Henry Davis back behind the plate doing.
Have a chance to win the series. Look outside Busch Stadium. It's the cone zone. Look out, Cardinals. The cones could be in play. Greg Brown, along with John Wehner and Hannah Mears, will be joining us shortly. John, last night, let's take a look back at that good combination, the starting pitching, the relieving, and the offense. That combination led to the 7-0 shutout over the Redbirds.
Yeah, an absolute complete game. Certainly what the Pirates needed after losing 5 straight to these Cardinals. The 6th shutout of the year. Carmen Majinski, a longer first inning. Pitch count got up, but he grinded through 5 scoreless. The bullpen certainly needed a good showing, and they gave us that last night with 5 Ks and 4 scoreless. And the bottom of the lineup, we've talked about the depth of this lineup. The bottom, I don't know if they've been doing as great, but they did great last night with 10 hits.
A guy that was not at the bottom of the batting order, in fact, he'll be hitting cleanup in the game this afternoon, is Pirates first baseman Spencer Horwitz. A couple of hits in this series, including a base hit the other way, the opening game of the series. And last night, he got the scoring started with the line drive home run in the 2nd inning, his 4th home run of the year.
He could arguably be the Pirates' best hitter since the All-Star break last year. He just knows how to hit. He doesn't hit for a ton of power, but at times you make a mistake, he'll hit it out of the ballpark. But he hits the ball wherever it's pitched, has great bat control, been so consistent since the middle of last year.
We come back, Hannah Mears is going to talk about 2 guys that were critical to the win last night. They hail from Mississippi. Jake Mangum and Connor Griffin. The Mississippi Kings, Bayou Bucks, coming up next.
Save hundreds. Put it on my tab. I'll show myself out.
Welcome back to St. Louis, where last night it was the Mississippi boys who made some noise for the Buccos. Connor Griffin, his 2nd career 4-hit night last night. He said he finally felt like he had an opportunity to showcase who he is as a player, but that was complemented by arguably one of the most important catches of the game and moments of the game by Jake Mangum in right field. The best part about all of this, though, is that duo together in the clubhouse last night after the game. Their lockers are right beside one another. And Jake Mangum was joking with us, saying, "I'll get out of your way so you can talk to the star and Connor Griffin." And I said, "Well, hold on. We want to talk to you, too." So, of course, he stands up and said, "Let's do it together," creating this awesome moment between the two to have an opportunity to complement each other. Now, Connor Griffin told me on the field after the game that he wasn't really impressed with Jake Mangum. Why? Because he expects that from him. He said that is magic Mang right there. And so in good old-fashioned fun, I said, "Well, Jake, Connor had lots of great things to say about you, but what about the rookies night?"
I'm proud of Connor. He keeps playing good ball, and he's going to be good for a long time for Pittsburgh. Everybody that pulls for the Pirates, pulls for the Pittsburgh community, they should be really happy that this guy's going to be here for a long time.
What does it mean to play alongside this guy when you think about where you guys came from and what you were able to do for the Pirates to get out of a skid tonight together?
Yeah, it's cool. Like, training this all season, getting ready for moments like this, and just being able to do it together, winning games. That's all we want to do. We want to compete, try to get one thing at a time, and take it one game at a time. So it's been pretty fun.
How special is it to think those two, like Connor was saying, trained together at home in the offseason and now have had the opportunity at the highest level to create big moments for the Pittsburgh Pirates team? We look forward to continuing that story today with more to come throughout the broadcast for that Mississippi Magic. But coming up next, we turn our attention to the man from Waco, the Texas Wrangler, Braxton Ashcraft.
Pirates wrapped F-150.
Yeah, the Pirates and Cardinals meeting in the concluding game of this series. They won't hook up again until August. So big rubber match today here at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. And Braxton Ashcraft faces the Cardinals for a second time this season. First one didn't go so well, end of April at PNC Park. He's been really good overall this year, in particular on the road. Braxton Ashcraft.
He has been great. It was odd to see him struggle against these Cardinals at home, but the Cardinals were red hot. But on the road, nobody has hit Braxton Ashcraft very well. 1-1 record, just a 2.16 ERA in 4 starts. And typically, you see pitchers go on the road. Numbers are usually way worse than at home, but not for Braxton. He likes to pitch in visiting venues.
Yeah, this season in Cincinnati, in Chicago at Wrigley, in Arlington, Texas, and in San Francisco, California. And a former guy that pitched for a team from California, the Dodgers, Dustin May, is on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals today.
Yeah, a big guy with a big arm, kind of like Braxton Ashcraft. You know, struggled against lefties this year, but against today's Pirates lineup, he's struggled about against every one of them. You know, 412 batting average, 3 homers, 8 ribbies, 7 walks. So hopefully they can get the May today, and we get a good one from Braxton Ashcraft.
Looking to win this rubber match are the big Pittsburgh Pirates in a big game, looking to keep it rolling.
Game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates, because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. By Cohen Markets, everyone gets 10 cents off per gallon before 9 a.m. No exceptions. By your Western PA Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Pittsburgh. And by Levin Furniture and Mattress, Pittsburgh's #1 furniture and mattress store. Number 3, Dustin May, game number 3 for these two teams. This rubber match. Pirates finally beat the Cardinals last night after dropping the first 5 games of the season series, including that sweep at PNC Park at the end of April. Here is the Pirates starting lineup against them. It is O'Neill Cruz, Brandon Lau, and Brian Reynolds, with Spencer Horwitz hitting in that cleanup spot. Connor Griffin bats 5th. Maybe this is what Marcell Ozuna needs, some at-bats against Dustin May. He has really struggled. Jake Mangum, Jerry Triolo, and Henry Davis.
6'6" righty, Dustin May, making his 10th start, ERA just under 5. Not a bunch of strikeouts for a guy that's a hard thrower, throws it up in the upper 90s, but coming off of 4 consecutive quality starts.
Good start against the Pirates at PNC Park back on April the 28th. The defense behind him, Nolan Gorman, Mason Wynn on the left side of the Redbirds defense. In the infield and on the right side, it's J.J. Weatherholt, Alec Burleson, and in the outfield, Victor Scott is flanked by Jose Fermin and Jordan Walker. Pedro Pajes does the catching. Brock, what are today's keys to the game presented by your Western PA Buick dealers?
Well, looking for the lefties to launch. Against May. May gives up a .333 batting average to lefties, .897 OPS. Righties just .230. Robinson tops Justin. Well,
what does that mean?
That is where these big Texans are from.
Oh.
Robinson, Texan. Braxton Ashcraft. Dustin May from Northwest High School in Justin, Texas. Not too far away. I would assume, like we all know, Braxton Ashcraft, great football player. I assume May had to put on the pads at some point.
Oh, he was an outstanding receiver in high school at Justin. Had the long flowing red locks, curly hair.
This would have been more appropriate if they matched up on a Friday night under the lights.
1 ball, 2 strikes on O'Neal Cruz.
That 4-seamer, 2-seamer cutter. There was the cutter just thrown to O'Neal Cruz. May will also throw curveball, sweeper, occasional changeup. Backdoor sweeper there, and catching Cruz looking.
Cruz did not bat against May back on April the 28th when Dustin May struck out only 2 in his 6 innings, gave up a couple of runs. Jake Mangum had a 1-out RBI single off him. Nick Gonzalez not in the lineup today, doubled off of Dustin May, and then Mangum ended up with another infield hit that afternoon. The other RBI came from Ryan O'Hearn, scoring Brandon Lau, who had walked that game at PNC Park against Dustin May. So Nick Gonzalez off today. Was at the top of the order last night and was 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs.
The high heat.
Doesn't strike out a ton. 49 innings, 36 punch-outs. Lefties hitting much better against him. .333, righties just .230.
And that cut fastball. Pretty good movement to it. Almost looks like a short little slider.
I was just kidding about, he didn't play much football in high school, by the way. He was a baseball, bowling, and track guy. 3-2.
Bowling.
Bowling. In the air to left. Toward the corner, and
go.
That's a fat ball bounced over the wall. It's a home run. It's a home run. Lau's racing around, but it's a home run. Brandon Lau hits a home run. It looks like Fermin pushed it over the wall.
Yeah, I thought maybe it hit the top of the wall. The fastest trip around the bases on a homer for Brandon Lau ever.
Let's see what we got here. Did he get a glove on it, or just bounce off the top of the wall on its own? Oh my.
Oh my.
He deflected it back over the wall.
Yeah, that little corner juts in a good bit. We wasn't sure if it was fair or foul. Just kept carrying. Wind's kind of pushing the ball that way.
His 13th home run, and that is unbelievable. Like you said, John, that is the fastest trip around the bases for a home run over the wall that we've seen maybe ever.
Oh man, that's great.
Certainly in Lau's career.
Well, obviously, it was hard to tell. There wasn't an immediate signal from the umpire.
And finally, John Lipka signaled home run. Here's Lau's reaction. He doesn't know, so he's just going to race around. He's not sure.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, his teammates had the windmill going in the dugout.
Yeah, so if it goes over the fence or not, I mean, he would have had a home run.
Yeah, true.
It's great.
Let's go down to Hen. She saw that reaction.
Brownie, you were just talking about the teammates in the dugout. Well, they were so unsure if it was a home run, too. Billy Cook had to run down and grab the welder's hood. So Brandon Lau slow motion walked down the steps to make sure that he got the welder's hood in time. So thankfully, he got to put it on, and they celebrated from there. But slow motion to get there because they weren't sure.
Spencer Horowitz. It was interesting, too, that there was no discussion at all about a review.
Nothing. Well, again, it wouldn't have mattered, really. I mean, he was scoring no matter what.
Regardless, true. Watch it again. How about that? Horowitz takes a strike. Is the we saw the welder's hood. There's the bench. Is the cone down there? Yeah, there it is. Okay, Billy Cook. Handler of the cone and the welder's hood. High pop up. Foul territory. And the catch made by Gorman. 1-0 Bucks. Lau hits the home run, an inside the park home run officially, as he raced around the bases, because that ball was never pushed over the wall. Take a look at the Cardinal lineup. J.J. Weatherholt, Ivan Herrera, and Alec Burleson, followed by Jordan Walker, Nolan Gorman, and Mason Wynn. Jose Fermin. Pedro Pajes bats 8th, and then Victor Scott the 2nd against Braxton Ashcraft, facing J.J. Weatherholt.
Car Shield numbers for Braxton. What a great season he's having. 3.09 ERA, strikeout per inning.
Weatherholt finally retired by Carmen Majinski in the 5th, and then popped up against Evan Sisk in the 7th. He's been red hot against the Pirates.
Sure, Braxton's been looking forward to this rematch. He's pitched so well and really doesn't hardly ever get hit hard, but the Cards had a good half dozen or more hard hit balls against him. Boy, that's a good take. I mean, that looks like a strike. The entire flight just barely breaks below the zone.
Wow, very close. Braxton Ashcraft with the strikeout. One away, and the look.
Yep. The curveball, the slider, kind of starting it on the inside part. It just has such tight spin, so hard to recognize and pick up that spin. The curveball a little easier to see.
Herrera. Ashcraft's ERA of 3.09 at the start of the day. One ball, one strike. And now 1-2. With Alec Burleson on deck. The Van Furniture Mattress strike zone. 97 just catches the edge. Pirates have a 1-0 lead thanks to The Lau home run and strike 3. 2 up and 2 down. The Lau home run is, it's an inside the park home run, but the third base umpire, John Lipka, ruled it a home run before he had rounded the bases. So that's what the confusion was, the HN Supermo.
Yeah, you would think that they would have a discussion about it.
No discussion.
Yeah.
But the umpire saw what I saw, thought it had bounced over the wall or hit at least the back of that, the base of the foul pole. So he ruled inside the park homer before, out of the park homer before Lau rounded the bases, his 700th career hit. 1 ball, 1 strike on Alec Burleson.
Yeah, there you see top of the padding, off the back of his glove, and then in the left center field. But you could have made an argument if you were Ollie Marmol. Hey, my guys saw you were giving them the home run sign, they gave up on it.
Yeah. That's really shocking that Marmol doesn't come out and discuss it. 1 and 2. Fouled off. Brandon Lau, the home run. It's his 13th. He's got more homers than any other second baseman in baseball. Strike 3 called. He strikes out the side in order. 1-0 Pirates after 1 inning.
Well, the other day, Connor Griffin's dad, Kevin, posted on social media that the SEC baseball tournament always reminds him of the first time Connor watched a game in Hoover. Do you see that kid in that blue shirt that just dove after that baseball? That is a young Connor Griffin. That was his friend he was racing. He said he checked on him after, made sure he was okay, but he was so excited to get that ball. The ironic part about this whole video at the SEC tournament, Mississippi State is playing in this game. Jake Mangum was actually playing center field. So, Brownie, we've talked a lot about the Mississippi magic that's been happening with those two since yesterday. Pretty cool to see a full circle moment like that as well.
How in the world did you get that video, did you say, Hannah?
So Kevin Griffin, Connor's dad, posted that, and then our amazing producers behind the scenes did the work to get it from the SEC, and we confirmed today with Connor Griffin and Jake Mangum that in fact both involved them.
That is unbelievable. That's absolutely crazy. Here's Marcelo Ozuna.
I saw that video before Hannah was talking about it. As there's
Pittsburgh is challenging the strike call.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Pittsburgh has 1 challenge remaining.
Had a couple bad challenges, early challenges.
Yeah, I just don't get the early challenge.
Unless you absolutely know it.
Yep. Don't know if you're going to need them later.
So you saw the video before?
Yeah, and I didn't know what they were showing. I just saw the video.
Right.
And I thought it was Jake Mangum hitting. And I was like, why is he batting righty against a right-handed pitcher? I didn't know Connor Griffin was had anything to do with it, but that would have been even crazier if it was Mangum that hit it and Griffin got the ball.
Ball, 2 strikes. Mangum on deck. Yeah, Marcelo Ozuna absolutely needs to get it going. He's had a couple stretches where it looked like he had figured it out, but now's the time. 3 for 9 in his career against Dustin May. The other thing, too, about him, he's just so slow. He just can't leg anything out, including that slowly hit ground ball behind second. So doubly tough.
Yeah, an average runner has a chance of beating that out, gets an infield hit. So, yeah, that's another thing working against him. You're not going to see many infield hits from Marcell Ozuna.
2 outs. Now Mangum. hits for Mangum in the 9-hole last night, including an RBI single in the 8th inning with the infield drawn in. A lot of success against the St. Louis Cardinals. 6 for 17 in the season series. That's a .353 average. .458 career hitter versus Cardinals pitching. 1-1. Here is our Hyundai clutch play and the Jake Mangum catch.
Yeah. Totally different ball game if that lands safely. Bases were loaded.
Hyundai clutch play. Yeah, that ball was hit off the bat of Cesar Prieto in the 6th inning. And you said, John, it's a whole different ball game if he doesn't make that catch.
Yep.
Dustin May strikes him out. 1-2-3 second. Pirates lead 1-0. Levin Furniture and Mattress Pirates defense. Spencer Horwitz at first, Brandon Lau at second. Triolo Griffin on the left side of the infield. Reynolds, Cruz, Mangum outfield left to right, and Davis catches Ashcraft, who set down the side in order. Weatherhold, Herrera, Burleson via the strikeout. Herrera and Burleson caught looking. Now it's Jordan Walker. Ashcraft is going right at these guys. 4 up and 4 down.
I mean, we always talk about the stuff, you know, the good fastball, curveball, and slider. But he knows how to pitch. Starting out this game, pitching him a little bit backwards. You know, in some fastball counts, he's throwing breaking balls, and breaking ball counts, throwing fastballs.
Quickly out in front of Nolan Gorman, 0-2. Gorman Howard, the opening game of the series, was 0 for 3 with a walk last night. Triolo calling for it. Foul ground. And a quick second out.
Even there, yeah, get ahead 0-2. Hitter sometimes will look for something soft, expect something, a waste pitch, but finished them with the heater.
In that game against the Cardinals at PNC Park on the 28th of April, he gave up a homer to Gorman and another one leading off the 3rd inning to Victor Scott. This time he gets Gorman to pop out. Mason Wynn, who was 1 for 2 that day against Ashcraft, takes strike 1.
Not happy with that pitch. It's pretty much everything he's thrown so far has been spot on.
Years old, 2nd round pick, 2018. .98 missed, 2-2. Before road starts, we mentioned at the top, 2.16 ERA away from PNC Park this season.
He looks intense today. You can tell he wants to settle the score after that rough outing against these Cards.
3-2 pitch. 2-out walk.
Ashcraft thought it.
What was it in? He says.
Yeah. Wynn ducking out of the way. My goodness.
Really? My gosh. That's a good question. It really wasn't in. It was like hit the zone. Fermin at the plate. Jose Fermin. Pinch hitter last night and grounded out. Ashcraft upset with himself. 2-0. Wynn, great speed, has 4 steals this season.
Pretty big lead.
And a base hit. First hit for the Cardinals belongs to Jose Fermin on a 2-0. First and second.
Yeah, the difference between getting ahead and behind the count. Ahead in the count 2-0, you're sitting dead red fastball. Ashcraft coming right at him.
Pages was 1 for 3, drew a walk on Tuesday, didn't play last night. The catcher, Pedro Pages. Wynn at second, Fermin at first, and time called. He's out in front, 0-2, struggling Pages with just 8 hits in his last 50 at bats.
Such a good slider. I mean, I gotta imagine throw another one so you get a chase out of the zone.
Weekly hit to the right side. Horwitz going to keep it himself. And Ashcraft, a walk and a single after 2 are out, gets Pages. 1-0 Pirates. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP, and by Barrel Automotive, driven to be better. Plenty of black and gold in the stands here in St. Louis at Busch Stadium. 1-0 Pirates. Jared Triolo, 8th in the batting order with Henry Davis on deck. Dustin May had a 1-2-3 second. Triolo started at first base on Tuesday and was 3 for 4. Shallow right, Walker. Lazy fly ball. Easy catch, and it brings up Henry Davis. Davis hitless in his last 15 at bats. Was 0 for 3 on Tuesday. And now, real interesting, maybe challenging situation has developed with Andy Rodriguez up since Bart has been injured, and Rodriguez showing some flashes offensively, including last night, the switch hitting catcher on base each of his last 4 plate appearances. You've got that situation, but Henry Davis, such an outstanding defender, and some of the pitchers likely, well, we know one has him as his personal catcher, Paul Skeens, and what do you do? 1-2, and an afternoon game following the night game. This is pretty much standard throughout baseball. Very few catchers play back-to-back games if there's a night game followed by a day game.
That's Cincinnati or Molina.
That's right. I was just thinking the same thing. Molina used to do it in his mid-30s. 2-2. But Skeens scheduled to start Saturday in Toronto. Bubba Chandler tomorrow night, and almost assume, unless Henry Davis has kind of a bust-out day today, which could happen, almost assume Endy Rodriguez catches tomorrow night. 2-2. And the count is full on Henry Davis. May has walked 15 batters in over 50 innings. Ouch.
Looked like it got him in the elbow pad.
Not much of a reaction there from Henry Davis, and that used to be a common occurrence for Davis when he was in the minors.
I was thinking the same thing. 3rd time this year.
He landed on the injured list a couple of times when he was in the minor leagues. That was a concern on what to do about Davis getting hit so often in the minors. The time called by the catcher. Xfinity batting stats, reliable Wi-Fi at one price. There you see O'Neal Cruz. 2 for 9 in the series. Don Kelly dropped him to the cleanup spot for the first time last night and was 0 for 4. Did draw a walk.
I was wondering if we would see more of that. You know, actually today I was surprised to see him back up top.
I don't know how much O'Neal Cruz even likes the top of the order. We were talking to him not too long ago. It wasn't his favorite spot. Not that that's what determines whether you're batting 1st or 9th or anywhere in between. "33 RBIs. Got Cruz with 33 ribbies. Lau on deck 32. Reynolds to follow 30. Strikeout. And now Lau, and talk up in the press box. Right now it's ruled as an inside the park home run by the official score. That's the official ruling, but this is going to change because, as you see, the umpires, I should say, plural, have all put up the home run sign before Lau circles the bases. So they have called it an out of the park home run. Either way you look at it, he's got 13.
Yeah, I mean, so how does it get rolled? I mean, the video clearly shows it's an inside the park home run.
I think they'll probably have to change it. I guess. I don't know what the official score will finally determine. But to your point, I mean, if everybody else sees that sign, the home run sign, what's the sense in racing after the ball? It's a home run. You look like a fool running after the ball. 2-0. 13 homers through the first 50 games of the season, most by a Pirate since Josh Bell had 16 homers in 2019. And the 13 home runs by a lefty Pirate batter in the first 50 games the most since Brian Giles had 15 back in 2000.
Wow. Being careful, went with a 3-0 cut fastball, catching the corner.
Lau has given up now 5 home runs. Not a lot at all. Checked. John Lipka said he offered.
Hoping to get another fastball, but a breaking ball.
Stays 3-2. Lau, 31-year-old from Suffolk, Virginia, went to University of Maryland. Tampa Bay Rays drafted him 11 years ago in the 3rd round. 8 seasons with the Tampa Bay Rays. 31 home runs last year. Stays 3-2.
The cutter, probably his best pitch. Something with May. I mean, see the big arm, 97. Sweeper, curveball change. Opponents hit pretty much everything he throws, you know, average wise. And this is staying away. Like, batting averages nowadays are always down. The cutter, the batting average against is 256. Everything else is above that. Fastball 277, sweeper 289, sinker 293, curveball 500.
Wow. All those numbers against those pitches of May.
Change up 333.
Reynolds fouls this pitch off. And we take a look back. Ryan Reynolds against the Cardinals. Penn West University educating you. And at PNC Park, he's racing around the bases. The last Pirate inside the park home run was that May 21st, 2022 game against the Cardinals. May turned completely around, does the 360 and able to throw on and get as Burleson gets that hand out of the way. Pirates leave a couple. They lead 1-0. 1-0 Pirates on the UPMC scoreboard. Pirates baseball is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. The home run by Brandon Lau ruled an inside the Parker in the 1st inning. And Ashcraft now faces Victor Scott the 2nd, 9th in the batting order, and he bunts a bunch. Fouls this one off. Hitting 190, 1 for 2 last night, 0 for 3 on Tuesday. Victor Scott the 2nd. 9 sacrifice bunts to lead baseball. And some bunt hits to go along with it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ashcraft retired the first 5, walked Mason Wynn with 2 outs in the 2nd, gave up a hit to Jose Fermin, and then got Pajes to ground out. O'Neill Cruz played him perfectly in the left center. One up, one down. Cruz was a DH yesterday. Might see a little bit more of that coming days. We'll see with O'Neill Cruz playing a lot out there in center field, of course. And maybe not 100. Well, nobody's 100% these days, but it's been a grind on. It's a big-bodied guy out there. His legs can take a pounding.
Yeah, I think it would depend a lot on Ozuna.
Yeah.
If he starts hitting, he's going to DH.
That's true. Yeah.
But if he continues to struggle, you can get some of these guys off their feet. Just have them DH.
Strike 3. Weatherholt down for a second time on strikes.
And again, a little bit of backwards pitching. You start thinking breaking ball with 2 strikes, and boom, 99 middle.
Oh.
If you're looking soft, you can't adjust to that.
That's wild. That strikeout presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future. 4 strikeouts for Ashcraft. Second time he's gotten Weatherholt, once swinging, once looking. He got Ivan Herrera looking in the first. Left center field. To the wall. Tie game. Herrera with his 6th. And the 6th allowed by Ashcraft. 1-1.
Boy, that's not a bad pitch either. Maybe sitting slider, who knows? But that slider is so short and sharp. I could see if you hang it, hitting the ball that hard. But that just above the knee, outer third. That's impressive.
A tip of the cap moment. Ivan Herrera. The other way for Burleson. Extra bases. Opposite field double.
And sometimes you'll read, oh, he made 1 mistake. Neither one of these pitches are mistakes. They're good pitches. Just good swings.
Burleson with 12 doubles on the season. Jordan Walker. And Ashcraft stays on the attack. Walker came into this game 10th in the National League in hitting, tied for 3rd with 13 homers, tied for 7th with 34 runs driven in, 5th in the senior circuit with a .938 OPS. 1 for 7 in this series. (20 RBIs the last 20 games against the Pirates. Time, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 2-out homer for Herrera. Burleson followed with a double. 1-2 on Walker. Ashcraft. One-two pitch. Looks like that's going out of play. Davis over to take a look. Well back. Big Texan, Braxton Ashcraft. Outstanding rookie season last year. Began the season out of the bullpen. Foul tip strikeout. That's 5. It's a tie game at 1. Welcome to the Toyota Rav 4th inning. Ivan Herrera's home run has tied the game. And now Spencer Horwitz leads off the 4th against Dustin May. Fun to watch him at the plate.
Really is.
Like a student of the game, a scientist. And a ground ball, base hit. That's a great example of it.
That's great.
Right there. Spencer Horwitz brings up Connor Griffin, our Penn West University stat of the day. Tied for third most in Major League Baseball in terms of average since April 24th when he turned 20. OPS 908, 32 hits, 9 extra base hits, 12 RBIs.
And I'm sure he'll tell you that he doesn't feel right yet. You know?
Yeah.
There's more there. There's going to be more power.
Yeah, he's just still figuring it out.
Yeah.
And he's going through these pitchers for the first time in his career. That's the second time he's faced May, so he's got an idea about what this guy does, in particular against him. Faced him twice back on April the 28th, and he grounded out both times. Grounded out to the first baseman Burleson in his second inning at bat. So what has he learned? 1 ball, 2 strikes. We know Griffin doesn't walk a lot. He hasn't early on in his big league career. 11 walks, 47 strikeouts. Dustin May, the veteran, the 28-year-old, is a former third-round pick of the Dodgers 10 years ago. The force at second, win to Weatherholt.
He has to hit it hard. I think to double him up. I thought that was going to lead Wynn right to the bag, but I knew when he had to flip it, they weren't going to turn 2 with Griffin and his speed.
Griffin 10 steals in 11 tries.
You look at Ozuna, I mean, he's had a great career. And he's always hit like this. I mean, there's so many moving parts in his swing. Timing wise, I figure there's going to be difficulties.
Strike called, stolen base, Griffin, no contest.
Good jump. I don't think a perfect throw gets him.
And there's a base hit the other way, a 2-strike hit. Griffin is held at third as Walker's throw picked off by Pajes going up the line.
That's a good sign. Ozuna, high fastball, pretty quick to the ball there. 97, top of the zone. Sometimes that's all it takes. Feel that timing. Getting to a fastball. A little pause there from Griffin, making sure on that line drive it wasn't caught. Still would have been a tough send with 1 out for Tony Beasley.
Jake Mangum, first and third, 1 out. Tries to bunt toward third.
You have enough speed at third to get a good one down. Got a change-up first pitch. Don't really think about that when somebody's trying to bunt for a hit, but being out in front of a changeup on a bunt.
Bounding ball and up. Good job, Osuna, to hold up, and that allows the run to score. RBI Mangum. Pirates got the lead back. It's 2-1.
You'll take it. Well, you always talk about the importance of putting a ball in play when you have a runner at third, less than 2 outs. Ozuna, yeah, that little pause there making Weatherholt come get him. Certainly looks like it made the difference.
Mangum, his 5th RBI, fielder's choice, brings home Griffin from third. Triolo now. Mangum thinking about stealing. He's 5 for 5. Mangum dancing off the bag.
There have been 4 runners thrown out trying to steal with May on the mound.
Not going, and a pitch out. And again, Mangum trying to steal. The Pirates already stole a base thanks to Griffin, and now you steal a deal. Scan on screen for $25 off at Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
These days, how do you miss a pitch out? I mean, it's a verbal.
Yeah, you're hearing
Wouldn't
it
it say
on
pitch out?
You think? I mean, that would be what he hears in his pitch comm receiver. That's what Pajes had to punch in there, but almost over the plate, that previous pitch. 2-1 the count. There goes Mangum, and it's fouled away by Triolo.
Had a pretty good jump too.
Magic Mang. Connor Griffin called him. He takes off again, and the strikeout will end the top of the 4th. The Bucks get the lead back. It's 2-1.
Welcome back. On Sunday, Jared Jones made his 4th rehab start. With Double-A Altoona, he struck out 7 batters, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits while also walking 2 batters. In 4 1/3 innings pitched, Jared struck out the side in the 1st inning, retiring the first 9 batters he faced. Ben Cherington told Jason Mackey on the Pirates Insider Show that Jones will make at least 1 more rehab start before he's eligible to come off the 60-day IL on Sunday. That next start scheduled for Saturday, now in Triple-A Indianapolis, Brownie, because of weather expected in Altoona.
So look for that start for Jared Jones, Hannah, on Saturday. And if all goes well, I mean, you'd think if all goes well, the Pirates would strongly consider having him make his first Pirate start. And there's Ashcraft getting another strikeout as he sets down Nolan Gorman to begin the 4th. That's 6 punch-outs for Ashcraft. Another look, but you think about the next start after that. Pirates are home, 4 games against the Cubs, 3 against the Twins. If they were to give him an extra day's rest, maybe that Friday night game against the Twins at PNC Park, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. Oh, you know, he can't wait.
Oh,
he just can't wait.
You wearing the City Connect unis? place to be fired up. The return of Jared Jones. But first things first, as Hannah mentioned, that Saturday rehab. Let's just hope it all goes well for him. He feels good, and then I would imagine he would be lobbying to start that homestand. 2-0 count on Mason Wynn. 3-0. He walked Wynn in the second and was very frustrated by that, understandably so. And he walks him on 4 pitches.
Ashcraft's banging on his hat.
Pittsburgh is challenging the ball.
Oh, Davis didn't, but yeah, Ashcraft did.
Pittsburgh is out of challenge.
This is the second pitch of the at-bat he wanted to challenge, looked like. There was no challenge, and here, no challenge, but now Ashcraft says, I will. Interesting, you saw the home plate umpire James Hoy was looking off to the side, did not see Ashcraft initially.
Yeah, you would think that he would say, yeah, it took too much time.
Yeah. Squibber, 2 outs. Pitchers don't challenge nearly as often, of course, as batters and catchers, and they have not had the success of batters and catchers.
I could think what, maybe a handful of times where a Pirates pitcher challenged, maybe not even.
Yeah. For some reason, I think Dennis Santana. Maybe Bubba Chandler.
Yeah, Bubba did challenge one. I think he said he was adjusting his hat.
Yeah. Tried to take it back. One ball, 2 strikes on Pages with 2 outs. Overall this year, in case you're curious, catchers have successfully challenged 60% on ABS this year. Batters 47%, and pitchers just under 34%. Fouled off. Overall, in all of baseball, they've only challenged 60 times. By comparison, catchers have challenged over 1,500, and batters have challenged over 1,360 times. 2-2. Connor Griffin on to get Pages, and Ashcraft keeps the Cards off the board. Pirates lead 2-1. Coming up on Saturday, July 25th, part of Yinzer Palooza weekend, the Pirates host the Cubs at 6:40 p.m. and the first 20,000 fans get a Dr. Robbie bobblehead presented by Mrs. T's Pierogies. Yeah, celebrating the Pittsburgh-based Emmy Award-winning medical drama The Pit. Dr. Robbie bobblehead. Get your tickets at pirates.com/The Pit. Saturday, July 25th, part of Yinzer Palooza weekend. Here's Henry Davis. Not a bad idea, that third baseman way back, Gorman.
Why not? If you're able to drop a bunt down, get a base hit, every third baseman in the league will be playing them in. And as many balls as he hits hard at third, I think that would open up a hole for him.
We're talking about him getting hit a lot in the minor leagues. You know, in 2022, across 4 levels in the Pirates minor league system, because of injuries, he only played 59 games that year. Davis was hit 20 times in 59 games. Balls popped up and easy play for Burleson. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. Now O'Neill Cruz struck out both times.
I have to think that he was right on the plate to get hit that many times.
Fractured his left wrist during that 2022 season. See if Cruz gets a pitch to hit here. 2-0.
Been almost 2 weeks since his last homer. He's due.
Takes the sweeper for a strike. Cruz, one of his 10 homers coming against these Cardinals in that series at PNC Park. Strikes him out for a 3rd time. Now here's a message from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Nobody sells Lazy Boy for less than Levin.
They now with 6 strikeouts, half of them against O'Neill Cruz. Brandon Lau, the 1st inning home run. Easy play for Weatherholt, and the Pirates go down in order, but they lead by a run. Tomorrow, don't miss Buck's Bounty. Stephen Brault and Michael McHenry are joined by Rob Friedman, also known as Pitching Ninja, diving deep into the Pirates rotation. Tune in tomorrow at 5:30 only on Sportsnet Pittsburgh and streaming on SNP 360. Ball 1 on Victor Scott. 9-1-2 hitters against Ashcraft. 6 punch outs for the Pirate starter. Out toward left, there's Reynolds. On the 1-1 pitch, Scott lines out to the Pirates left fielder. Ashcraft facing Weatherholt for a 3rd time. Struck him out swinging in the 1st, looking in the 3rd. An all-important 1st pitch strike. He's hit safely in all 6 career games now against the Pirates. 3 homers.
Weatherholt's seen everything that Ashcraft has to offer. Even started him with a split here in the 5th. Doesn't throw that pitch very often. Trying to think, what am I going to get him with this time?
Able to get a piece.
He's had him guessing. First 2 at bats. Looking fastball, swung through a breaking ball, then I assume maybe looking for another breaking ball and got a fastball middle that he took for called strike 3. The slider that got him in the first was a 3-2 slider. With the curveball, good job of wasting it.
Pitch number 8 of this at bat coming to Weatherholt. Another foul.
Challenged him upstairs with a fastball.
Gets him to pop it up. Triolo. 9-pitch at bat ends on a pop out. And StatCast powered by Google Cloud coming up with Ivan Herrera, the 3rd inning. His 6th home run of the season.
Yeah, that was not a terrible pitch. Slider down and away. Able to hit it hard. 408 feet. Thinking he might go right back to the slider. If you're a hitter, you hit the slider out.
Figured no way I'm getting one.
No way I'm getting one.
One. Ball 2 strikes on Ivan Herrera. Struck him out looking for a challenge.
The batter's challenging the strike call.
Borderline up, borderline out.
Just does catch the zone.
St. Louis has 1 challenge remaining.
Strike 3. 7 Ks for Ashcraft. Two-1 Pirates. Brian Reynolds leads off the 6th inning, 0 for 2. Spencer Horwitz, Connor Griffin followed. Dustin May kind of a similar game to what we saw at PNC Park back on April the 28th. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs on 7 hits. Pirates led 2-0 going into the 9th inning. That was the game where Pedro Pajes and J.J. Weatherholt homered back-to-back in the 9th off Dennis Santana to tie it. Later a 2-run double by Jose Fermin, and they won it 4-2. May, after a couple of rough starts this year, the Cardinals has really rebounded and pitched quite well.
The last 4 very consistent. 6 innings in each of them. Oh, he's going to challenge again.
St. Louis is challenging the ball call.
A little backdoor breaking ball.
Go.
Called the strike. St. Louis has 1 challenge remaining.
Cardinals get the call right. Challenge, and so dejected Ryan Reynolds returns to the dugout.
Yeah, after swinging at the first pitch, he had a changeup that started out as a ball in, and it tailed over the inside corner, then a breaking ball that started as a ball away and just caught the outside corner.
One of the 3 Pirate hits. Horwitz leadoff single in the 4th. Seven strikeouts for Dustin May, matches his season high. Struck out 7 Padres. 3 starts back. 28-year-old Dustin May. Ten is his career high. 10 strikeouts 5 years ago against the Padres. Still 1-2. Made his major league debut in 2019. And underwent Tommy John surgery in May of 2021. Signed a 1-year free agent deal with the Cardinals over the winter, $12.5 million.
Yeah, pretty crazy that he was already eligible for free agency. This doesn't seem like he's been around that long. Essentially, career innings coming into this year 324. So basically 2 years.
Dodgers traded him at the deadline last year to the Red Sox. He also missed all of 2024. Injury. Still 3-2 on Horwitz. Tough road back for Dustin May to get back into full health, and he walks him. More on Connor Griffin. We're going to hear once again from Hannah.
Well, hitting coach Matt Haig said what stood out last night about Connor Griffin is the way he controlled the zone and spoiled pitches. Griffin said last night was the first time he was able to really showcase who he is as a player. Stealing bases, driving the ball in the gaps, that's who he believes he can be every day. That's what he expects of himself. Brownie, earlier you guys were mentioning he might just be unlocking this potential. He wants to give the Pirates a lot of nights, he said, where he's on base 4 or 5 times a game.
Thanks, Hannah. As Griffin riding a 7-game hitting streak coming into this game. Swings and misses that first pitch. There's Matt Haig, hitting coach, leaning over the railing.
He hasn't gotten locked in yet as a hitter. I mean, he's had a couple of good games, a couple of 4-hit games, but
lines that one deep to right and over Walker's head. Griffin coasting into second base with a double, second and third.
Yep, and I think that power surprises some outfielders. I mean, it didn't look like much. He hits it. It's a breaking ball up out over the plate, actually a cutter. And Walker just seemed like he was coasting a little bit. Just didn't anticipate it carrying that far. And Spencer Horwitz held at third because he had to hold up. He had to make sure that Walker wasn't going to pull that in.
Infield comes in. Osuna. Ball 1. Opposite field single in the 4th on an 0-2 pitch.
cut there at 97, had some sink. That last at bat, liked it. You could tell he wasn't trying to do too much. Short, quick swing at a high fastball. Lined into right.
It's 1-2 now on him with one out. Home plate umpire James Hoy asking if he's all right. Dustin May ready to deliver his 90th pitch.
Again, two-seamer running in. Like got a piece of that shin guard.
One ball, two strikes. And a base hit for Osuna through the drawn-in infield. This is going to score 1 and 2. A two-run base hit to left for Osuna on a 1-2 pitch, and the Pirates take a 4-1 lead.
Yep, and that's what we've been expecting from Marcell Ozuna, to be a run producer. Back in the fourth, and our base hit with a runner at second, and here, 2 on. And there's that short, compact swing through that drawn-in infield. Aggressive send from Tony Beasley. The ball was cut off. Not sure why. It looked to be on line. I'm not sure it would have got there in time, but didn't have to worry about Ozuna going to second. Might as well let that go through.
Yeah, Gorman, the third baseman, cut it off. Osuna gives Burleson a hug. 2-run single for Osuna. He's 2 for 3 today. Gordon Graceffo up in the Cardinal pen, and Pedro Pages going to buy the pen, and maybe May a little bit of time with Mangum coming to the plate. A huge 2-run single for Marcell Ozuna to bring home Horwitz and Griffin.
Yeah, looked like that's what the Cardinals wanted to do. May running sinkers into Ozuna, get him to pull ball to the left side. And that's what he did, but got good wood to it, found the hole.
By the way, go back and credit Spencer Horwitz for another tremendous plate appearance, an 8-pitch plate appearance. He drew that walk with 1 out for the Griffin double. And Mangum goes the other way. First and second. And that might be it for Dustin May right there. The opposite field hit for Mangum. And here comes Ali Marmol.
Good job staying with it. Up out over the plate. Hit it where it's pitched.
Base hit. Spells the end of May's day. Graceffo coming on. Pirates lead it 4-1.
Pirates with a 4-1 lead. Clutch base hit here in the 6th inning by Ozuna, bringing 3rd and 4th Pirate runs, followed by a base hit from Mangum that ends May's day. So they bring in Gordon Graceffo, making his 22nd appearance, a 1.73 ERA. Just about as many walks as strikeouts, but he holds opponents to a 165 batting average.
He pitched a scoreless 6th inning on Tuesday against the Pirates, and strike on Triolo. May has given up 4, but responsible for Osuna and Mangum. Triolo has flied to right and struck out. And this hugs the line, and this has a chance to be a double play, and it is. Gorman right at the bag, able to step on third and throw to first. Pirates lead it 4-1. Next homestand starts on Monday, Memorial Day, against the Cubs. 4 games with the Cubbies, and then Friday night, the Minnesota Twins, Friday the 29th, 6:45, and after the game, America 250 Themes and Belly Drone Show presented by AHN. Get your tickets at pirates.com/drone show. Again, that's a 6:45 start against the Twins Friday night the 29th. And really a phenomenal America 250 Themes and Belly Drone Show presented by AHN. Ashcraft against Burleson, and a strike called. Starts the bottom of the 6th inning. Maybe Pirates looking for Ashcraft to get this 6th inning complete. See how it goes. It's Burleson, Walker, and Gorman.
You know, he loved that insurance. Now you don't have to worry about one pitch. Can continue to attack. I mean, he's thrown the ball so well. Really good stuff today for Braxton. Fastball all afternoon in the upper 90s. Good curveball. Wow. Go foul. Now how he got a piece of that. Thought he dumped it in the left field corner.
Swing and a miss. And 8 strikeouts for Ashcraft.
Good hard slider again. You know your slider's good when you throw it there down and into a lefty and he comes up empty.
Pop-up chance for a quick second out here. And Horowitz, the basket catch, calls off Davis.
I have to assume the mindset changes for Braxton, you know, coming out here in the 6th, 3rd time through the lineup with a 4-1 lead instead of a 2-1 lead. And just continue to attack, not have to worry about making a mistake and giving up a solo homer to tie it.
Gosh, he's so good.
He really is. It's
so good.
I mean, you just don't see that slider much anymore. A guy with that hard, short slider. You know, see more sweepers, the bigger breaking ball, which for hitters are typically easier to recognize. See more takes, but boy, he gets a lot of chase on that slider. It's a slider down and in. Lefties typically do some damage on that pitch.
Back to it, 0-2. There you see the percentage, what he has thrown, that slider more than the 4-seamer. As Ashcraft looks for strikeout number 9. That's his career high. Looking for another 6-inning outing. Oh. 1-2. One-two pitch. Struck him out looking. Matches his career high. 9 strikeouts for Braxton Ashcraft. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by AHN, official medical provider of your Pittsburgh Pirates, and by Giant Eagle, your home team for groceries. Braxton Ashcraft, brilliant again. And maybe not necessarily done yet. He has struck out 9, a 1-2-3 6th. He has set down now 8 in a row, and the new pitcher is lefty Justin Brule. Henry Davis, line drive to left field, back toward the wall, and that ball is a line drive cannonball for Henry Davis. His 3rd home run, leads off the 7th inning, and gives the Pirates a 5-1 lead.
That had to feel good. The struggles have continued. He started in Saturday's game, hit 3 balls hard, no luck. You started thinking, oh boy, is he going to make this play at left field? He's made sure that he couldn't, as that line drive just wouldn't come down.
That snaps an 0 for 16 hitless string for Henry Davis, who hits his first home run since the first day of this month. And his 3rd overall this season. Burrell struck out Cruz last night. Henry Davis homer.
Fastball middle in. Boy, when he hits it good, it looks it looks so much better.
Yeah.
There's time where that swing just looks stiff and he's in and out of the zone.
That home run by Henry Davis was brought to you by UPMC. And now pulled down the line in right field by O'Neal Cruz. He'll have an easy double. And that had to feel good.
Without a doubt. Yeah, give me a lefty in there. Dustin May strikes O'Neal Cruz out 3 times. And then they bring in a lefty with the big sweeper. And as we've seen so many times this year, just like a wave of the bat, almost a one-handed swing.
Hitting over 300 against lefty pitching. And Lau goes the other way, and a base hit. Cruz will be held at 3rd. And boy, what a greeting for Justin Brule.
Yeah, get Reynolds to hit a triple. First 4 batters will hit for the cycle. Is Brandon Lau with a good approach against the lefty. Cruz kind of slowed up around 3rd. I think Tony Beasley wanted to send him, but that's all right. Nobody out.
Another look. Infield at double play depth. Cardinals are down 5-1 here in the 7th inning. A ground ball, they'll concede a run. Chance for Reynolds to pick up a ribby. Cardinals have Matt Swanson up in their bullpen. Saw him last night. Chopper, this will bring home a run. And the Pirates will add to the lead, 6-1. Reynolds, RBI number 31, brings home Cruz. Lau to 2nd.
Yeah, Brian Reynolds probably wanted to do a little more damage than that, but he'll take the ribby.
Brule pitched last night, able to get Horwitz to ground out in last night's ball game. 6 runs on 9 hits for the Pirates. Dustin May gives up 4 of the runs.
Again, what you love to see about this Pirate offense. Production up and down. 1 through 9. Last night it was mostly the bottom of the lineup.
Balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Another runner in scoring position. And 3-2.
Another patient at bat from Spencer.
Fly ball left center, shallow. Left fielder Fermin. Second out. And Marmole's going to bring on the righty. Brule faces 5 Pirate hitters. Henry Davis homered off him. Cruz doubled. Lau singled. And then Reynolds the ground out and a fly out by Horwitz. Henry Davis leads off this 7th inning. The line drive home run, his 3rd of the season. Pirates leading 6-1.
Well, lots of fans want to come out and watch rookie Connor Griffin, including those who have coached him before. What about his high school basketball coach, Tim Wise? The two got to meet up before the game today. He traveled down to watch Connor on the big stage in baseball. But when I was talking to Connor's mom, Kim, I said, was he just as good at basketball? Brownie, of course. She said he was fun to watch, and of course the kid could dunk.
Ground out to third. The Pirates lead 6-1. He's going back out there for the 7th inning. Braxton Ashcraft. 9 strikeouts. Has walked Mason Wynn both times. And a strike is called. And the bullpen quiet. Wynn, Fermin, Pajes. 6, 7, 8 in the order. Weekly hit to second. And 1 out. The reason we bring up the Ashcraft, you got the big lead, and there's no doubt the Pirates will be watching the pitches. We've talked about it before. The former Tommy John surgery, and pitched just 52 innings in 2023, coming back from that injury. 73 innings in 2024, 118 combined last year. But they'd love to see him maybe get through 7. Fermin has singled and bounced back to Ashcraft. He's just been brilliant again. He's gone at least 6+ in each of his last 3 starts.
You look at total innings. Who would have had Braxton Ashcraft as the innings leader in this staff? I mean, he's averaging over 6 innings per start. Nobody else is.
And that would put him right about, you got to think the Pirates by season's end are thinking about around that 180 mark. And there's a pop up to shallow left. Shortstop Griffin, 2 outs. That's a 6 2/3. He's gone at least 6 2/3 now in each of his last 4 starts. The last Pirates pitcher to do that, Joe Musgrove, in 2018. He's gotten Pajes to ground out twice. Ashcraft has retired 10 straight. The last hit was by Burleson in the 3rd inning following the Ivan Herrera home run. Shallow right center will drop in. You can stream Pirates games at home or on the go with SNP 360. Just go to getsnp360.com or scan the QR code. Log in with your provider and get direct access to live games, plus all of the Pittsburgh sports content you love. And now Victor Scott. Fly out, line out. Four hits total for the Cardinals now. Line to right field, Mangum over, and that is 7 strong for Braxton Ashcraft. Braxton Ashcraft goes back into the dugout and gets the hug from Don Kelly, finishing his day. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, 98 pitches. And that ERA now below 2, 289, below 3, 289 for the season.
Yeah, that was impressive stuff. It was almost like he came out with attitude to say, what happened last time's not going to happen again.
One of the big hits for the Pirates was Marcell Osuna's 2-run single past the drawn-in infield in the 6th inning. Doubled the Pirates' runs total, and they scored 2 more in the 7th. And a ground ball. Nice stop there by Wynn. Gets to his feet and guns out Osuna.
When do you ever see that? The shortstop going that deep in the hole to his right, and after gloving it, just takes his time.
Yeah.
He took his time.
And still has 4 steps on it. But he's not even in the picture yet, Osuna. Mason Wynn has a rifle. Mangum.
When you see like what would appear to be like an impossible play, not that that was, I mean, Wynn has a great arm and he's throwing out most base runners from there, but I couldn't help but think, but Key Brian Hayes' play here, it's usually a slower runner that you could do that with. I think it was Yadier Molina. Key Brian Hayes was like 10 feet in foul territory when he threw out Molina on the run.
Mangum 1 for 3 with an RBI. Pirates and Cards, the only National League Central Division clubs playing today. Pirates start the day 5 back of the Brewers, who lead the Central by a 1.5 over the Cubs and Cardinals. Reds 4.5 back. These Cardinals will go to Cincinnati for a series against the Reds. Oh, got over there. Well, with a 5-run lead, it's a good opportunity for the Pirates to let Wilbur Dotel pitch up for another stint. Big league club recalled officially yesterday as this ball's fouled off to the left. Two. Backhand play. Gorman just gets Mangum. Let's all play ball. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend coming up June 5th through the 7th, encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play. You can visit playball.org to register for a free event near you today. Triolo playing in his 20th game this season. Off the injured list. Right knee patellar tendon injury landed him on the injured list. Missed just about all of April. Ashcraft going 7 innings this afternoon. And a base hit for Triolo with 2 outs.
Nice to see Triolo. Now everybody has contributed in the Pirates lineup today. Stays on a breaking ball down and away.
Davis helped out his battery mate, leading off the 7th inning with the home run.
Ashcraft moves into the top 5 in innings pitched after today. In fact, puts him 4th.
How about that? Seven innings, 1 run, 4 hits for Ashcraft. Davis goes down. The Pirates leading 6-1 in St. Louis.
91. Yet to give up a hit to a lefty. Lefties are 0 for 9 in his brief major league career.
His last outing for Indianapolis, the Indians, was on Sunday. Went 2 innings. His last major league outing was against these Cardinals April the 27th. 4 hitless innings in relief. Holt. A couple of strikeouts and a pop-up against Braxton Ashcraft. '99 from Wilbur Dotel.
seems like there's been a handful of times where it used to be guys have good numbers in AAA and come up here and struggle a little more pitching wise in terms of ERA. There's seemed a few guys that have kind of struggled in AAA and have pitched a lot better when coming to the big leagues. Dotel with a 5.32 ERA down in Indianapolis.
Yeah, nothing impressive about the numbers for Indy. Reynolds there. Let's go down to Hannah with more on Wilbur Dotel.
Brownie, if you remember the last stint Dotel was up here, his pitching coaches kept talking about how he's such a calm person, and they believe that on the mound, there's still fire that he's not completely shown. And over before he took the mound, over here in the dugout, Sydney Bello got my attention and said, "Did you see him sprint out there onto the mound?" That's that fire they've been looking for, because we've seen him kind of just trot out to the mound before, be so calm, cool, and collected. And Dotel describes that energy of, think of a stove. It's a slow burn, but once it's hot, it's on fire. So he's coming out already preheated today.
Yeah. Pitches in the dirt. 23-year-old Wilbur Dotel. Preheated. Sydney Bello, Hannah talking about the assistant pitching coach for the Pirates. Dotel, 6'4", 238. 27 starts last year for AA Altoona. 131 strikeouts and 126 innings. Foul ball 1-2 on Ivan Herrera. Yeah, that Dotel outing was so impressive. That 4-inning stint against these Cardinals. That was the 27th when the Pirates started the opener, Mason Montgomery. Well, rather than start Dotel that game, they had him as the bulk guy. Mason Montgomery started, had a 1-2-3 first. And then it was Justin Lawrence who had a 1-2-3 second, and then Dotel took over and he pitched 4 perfect innings. He was in line to get his first big league win before that bullpen collapse in the 9th. It's a liner into left center. A 1-out single for Ivan Herrera, who home run in the 3rd, accounting for the lone run of this game for the Redbirds. Let's recap what's happened so far in the game in our dashboard report presented by your Western PA GMC dealers. Ashcraft, the big story on the mound for the Bucks. Brandon Lau, a home run. Ivan Herrera mentioned that home run in the 3rd, but Lau's home run got things going. It is right now in the official scorebook an inside the park homer, but it's up for debate.
How about both the Pirate home runs hit the top of the wall?
Forgot to mention that. The Davis home run also hit the top of the wall left. Although that went out, didn't come back into the field of play. Laus came back into the field of play. The umpires signaled home run as he was racing around the bases. That's hit hard by Alec Burleson. Back-to-back singles.
That used to be when you were up by 5, you wouldn't hold the runner on at first base. Nowadays, I think it's pretty common that you still hold the runner on at first with a 5-run lead late. If Horowitz is behind the runner, it's probably an inning-ending double play.
Bill Murphy, the pitching coach, coming out. Why do you think that is, by the way, this day and age?
Yeah,
what is it?
I don't. It used to be where, you know.
And that's a substantial lead.
Yeah,
5 runs.
I know. Well, 4 runs, I guess, you know, they figure one swing of the bat could tie it. 5, I don't know. I guess 5's the new 4. I don't know, but it's like.
I guess I would understand it if offenses were way up, you know, but it's the exact opposite. We talked about that.
Exactly.
Offense is down. You'd think, well, to score 5 runs in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, I looked over there to 7th, and when Pages got a base hit with 2 outs, they were holding him on, and then here with Herrera,
especially with 1 out, even.
Yeah,
you only need 5 outs.
Exactly.
They still had Horowitz holding Herrera. Well, Jordan Walker. Let's call the ball. The Pirates don't have any challenges left. See, that caught the bottom of the zone. Slider, 1-1.
Yeah, mostly it's been fastball cutter. That one had good downward movement. Another good one.
Dotel can get Walker for a 2nd out. Infield is back. Walker calls time. Dotel's had 3 minor league outings since his last big league stint against the Cardinals. Walker goes down to get that slider. Herrera scoring, Burleson to 2nd. 6-2.
Yeah, I'm guessing probably looking for it at that point. And again, not a terrible pitch. It was right around the knees. That's a good piece of hitting.
Nolan Gorman. Dotel dialing it up here. And now Mason Montgomery in the Pirates' pen. .99 from Dotel.
Just overpowering. No fear of Gorman. It's almost like he got angry. He gave up a hit on a slider, so figured I'm going right at the left-handed power of Nolan Gorman.
There's 100 to win. Another pitch that would have been challenged.
It's amazing how consistent he's been with his fastball. It's like on the scoreboard here, they show it to the 10th. It's been 99.5, 99.6, 99.5.
He's got 2 strikes on Wentworth with a cutter there. Let's see if he dials that Hundy back up here to Mason Wynn. A 2-2 count now.
Maybe get him to chase a slider. Right there. Came right at him. Henry set up right down the middle. Ended up right down the middle.
Struck him out looking at 100 miles an hour. 6-2 Pirates. Is presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple. And by McClellan's Contracting and Roofing. If our name goes on it, we stand behind it, so you can stand in it. Robert Dotel stands tall, gives up the run, and then strikes out Gorman and Wynn back to back. Now the Pirates take a 6-2 lead into the 9th inning. Matt Pouchard pitched last night for the Cardinals.
Just his 4th appearance.
Hit hard to center field, and boy, Victor Scott turned the wrong way, and course correction makes the catch.
Yeah, this line drive had some tail to it, so he breaks back towards right center and realized he was going the wrong way.
You're going the wrong way.
Good recovery.
How do they know where we're going? Brandon Lau. Two for 3. What a walk. A home run in the first inning. His 13th of the year. Weather Holt. 2 outs. A wild first inning, and the second batter of the game, Brandon Lau hits this ball in the air. Jose Fermin goes back, jumps up, appears to make contact. He does after it deflects off the top of the wall. The umpires, as Lau is racing around the bases, declaring it a home run, a standard out of the ballpark home run. And as you can see, the ball was back in play. And as of now, it's still ruled officially an inside the park homer. Third base umpire John Lipka, the home plate umpire and crew chief James Hoy, they're all saying it was a home run. And there was no dispute by Ali Marmol, who could have come out and argued, wait a second, you guys all signaled home run when it was still in play. And so our guys just gave up on it when they saw you signal homer.
Wasn't there just an inside the park grand slam the other day?
Yes.
James Wood, maybe?
I think so. 0-2 on Brian Reynolds. And 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. And 3 more outs to get to take this series in St. Louis. Pirates trying to make it 2 in a row over the Cardinals. 6-2 leaders after dropping the first game of this series in 10 innings, winning last night 7-0. And now Mason Montgomery.
He's been better than the ERA suggests. The ERA at 4, but he's been really good.
Gave up the walk-off home run on Tuesday night in the 10th inning to Ivan Herrera.
Just 8 walks with the 26 punch-outs.
Off the end of the bat, roller. Spencer Horwitz, 1 up, 1 down. Pedro Pajes. 2 more outs to get that on to Toronto. Take on the defending American League champions. And Kevin Gausman pitches for the Jays tomorrow night at Rogers Center. Bubba Chandler for the Pirates. Saturday afternoon, Paul Skeens against veteran lefty Patrick Corbin. And Sunday afternoon, Mitch Keller against Dylan Cease. Oh, this is a big-time rebound series for the Pirates. So many ways after disappointing sweep at the hands of the Phillies at PNC Park and then losing the opening game of this series. Bouncing back.
Bouncing back, losing 5 in a row against these Cards. Two big wins.
Don Kelly's club heading to Toronto and then home. Another big series against National League Central Division rival Chicago, the Cubs. Pirates will be 4.5 back when all is said and done today. Behind the Brewers, Cubs and Cardinals. 1.5 back. The Reds also 4.5 games behind. They will host these Cardinals tomorrow night in Cincy. Base hit to center. 1-2 pitch. Pajes with his second straight hit. Shohei Pozo is going to pinch hit for Victor Scott. And again, the starters for that series, Bubba Chandler, Paul Skeens, Mitch Keller for Pittsburgh against Toronto. Bounce to third. 1, 2. Raise the Jolly Roger. Pirates take the series in St. Louis. Back-to-back wins over the Cardinals.
Yeah, relatively easy wins back-to-back, where everybody contributing. Offense, defense, pitching, starters, bullpen. Back-to-back games with double digits and hits. A couple of long balls today. But really the story has to be Braxton Ashcraft. Wow.
Indeed, time for the North Star Chevrolet Buick and GMC star of the game. Ashcraft going 7 innings, the 1 run, 4 hits, retires 11 of the last 12, strikes out career high tying 9 batters.
Just absolutely dominated from the get-go. You know, had everything working. That hard slider, the good curveball, mixed in